modify this. And we'll see if we can.
And in this episode, either burn down the place or have a spoon bowl. So far we chicken out of a bowl.
Also, if it goes to stuff off, like again, we play these smaller company pockets. So if you want to see these in a large market, you have sellers, right? Here you go. Good. No. That's how it is. All right. So there we have it. That is an example of a trade there. I don't know if the overall roughly 139 on the 40 not quite 60.
Not all the right tools, of course. Good job.
All right. So that's what they look like. Now, if we get another high here and another pullback, which we're not getting, we're going to lower low and lower high, so we might look for a bearish one like that. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to pay attention to a couple of things here. One, see how the market at this point kind of unique area of the chart, because the pullback just will typically handle.
Probably run out of glass or gas before finishes.
Away from the consolidation, that's critical. I love it when the market does it.
I don't have my.
And I'll just put stop loss.
Glasses or
50 pips is good.
any of the safety shit. Probably have a bucket of water. Going in with no net here, guys. No net.
I do like to use chart anchors, but I don't use target anchors.
Not too wary.
Fine. Use chart anchors and target. You're always right somewhere. You're going to get a better spot. Cool. Now this one actually has, it looks like a lower low. So this one, so it has to be a unique area of the chart. We have to pull back the tip of the candle all the way to pull into that candle. So those kind of candles get really wicky and small during the retracement. This is very typical of what we see. Stop loss. Yeah, 55 pips. About 55 pips.
But
go ahead and go 100. Sorry. 150.
I had to add some more glass to this thing. It was too short. See how many things you can push metal onto. I mean the glass onto.
Now, the good news is
it won't react, or it's not the same temperature, and it's going to screw it all up.
Okay, let's take this one, mark it,
So I just use the torch side, because I know it's the same temperature. That's probably safe. Touch it. Or use the other torch stuff. Touch it. I'm going to need to stretch it out a bit. So we're going to use a it's a whatever, it's not fucking Pyrex, it's not borosilicate, it's non-borosilicate glass. It's a punchy.
You have to remember that the tape should actually be much further along.
So they hit at different rates, so I gotta watch how I do this.
Alright, so I made a mistake here. I need to modify this order, and I need to put
A lot of that on there.
14.8. There we go. I think that should do it. Now this one back here is already
Making it up.
close to time.
It's gonna get hot, it's gonna get weird, it's gonna get cold soon, it's gonna get different angles of weird.
Moving to break even, rather than just letting your stop loss ride where it is on entry.
Still not closed off.
I did that for years, but that's
Close it off.
for me to let it off.
They don't want to burn that brush anymore that's running around in circles down there.
Take these a lot of markets and it's all kind of big markets. So the big markets for
This is all you can do with half your legs gone. Okay. This isn't gonna work because it's too soft. Soft glass is just soft glass is peeling right off. It doesn't. It won't take the heat long enough.
Just
gonna have to switch it in. I use this tool. It's a specially created tool by myself. I'm not sure that it works. This would be experimental, smushing it in. My avatar.
Looking at the market and assessing what's going on. I love to do it just by reading candles. So
Swish.
let's just talk about some of the things you might look at. Number one is you look at which candles are good and which candles are not so good. So for example, right here you can see that the number candle makes like red, blue, red,
Flowing,
blue,
flowing, flowing, and smooth.
Here. So even if they're not lucky, like
We've got a full rock hard smush on that one.
Again, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. And again, let's try to keep really going there. We can start down in blue and another time candle. That's classic trend action, and it's super fun to trade with. Especially when you know everyone else is set.
As you can see, both ends of this are glowing. Stay real close.
If you just Google broker open position ratio for
That's hot. Okay.
IG Markets, Saxo
Still not
Bank,
smush close.
some other websites that compile them for you. So this right here, and I talked about it in some of the videos. So in this one right here, what's interesting is we actually have what I would call a directional market, and we did a recent video on that. So this is what I would go something like this.
All right, Smush-O-Matic. We're gonna have to roll it out on you then. Boy, that's getting way too hot for handling.
This is looking at directional. Why do I say that? Because the bullish candle and the bearish candle are about the same time, and really nothing like the analysis. It's just retracing its step. Now, this is different. This looks like a central trend. What I'll be looking for is a really nice bullish candle, and I wouldn't count the front candle as bullish, that would break above the trend. And this is what we call a classic bullish drive. I don't know if market trend, but this looks like it could be a early trend. Especially if you break above
Tell your friends.
the bottom of your block over here, it's a pretty important level. We're kind of right at the
This is not the sword they're looking for.
in this level, and that would definitely give you a reason to believe what you're going to do. If it's present, then I would say we're back in direction.
Alright, we're gonna have to let this cool. We're gonna have to let this cool, come back to it.
Stay on the sidelines.
When it's not transferring so much heat.
Let's find a nice trend market and share with you why.
So we'll call this fail.
So
This is a fail, this one.
And another trend candle. So what we would expect
We'll find another way to spark up a weed.
Probably some small candles, perhaps either in a horizontal box.
For now, it's a fail. We'll get it back.
What they might do is actually give us a little bit of a downward.
If I have to get real glass to do so, I'm going to bring this thing back.
And that would be really good sign that we're in a bullish trend. Okay, we did get the other bullish candle. Was not what I was looking for here, but let's see what happens next. Okay, so this is kind of a bit of a box, perhaps. If it stays in here for a few more candles,
can't drop that because it's still going to cause a house fire.
If it flags down, it's even better. But let's see.
Or up.
Now we're in the box here.
I don't know what you're
You could just put a buy stop above this box.
Motel
stop
fire.
Loss down below the low of the box and see if it's going to break.
We don't avoid that motel
this is a
fire.
6 hour. Still in the ball. Okay, now we're in, and now we're
trying to avoid that motel fire.
A couple of things happening. Number one is you broke out of my box, kind of just almost barely. Then number two, it went up a little bit, and then it gave me a bullish
down, and so be it.
Which is right here. So that was actually two sort of consolidations in a row. One consolidation right here, and a mini breakout, and then a nice little bullish buy and another breakout. So another opportunity to buy would be right here. If I didn't take that other one or I missed it for some reason, I could actually put it over right here and see if we're going to break this candle high.
Killing roaches like it's my job.
Okay, now again we're in another consolidated box, and you could put a buy stop up above this box, and then a stop loss down below the low of the box, and see if it breaks out and goes higher.
Like that's my job.
It does, and then it does. Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to start moving my stops here. I'm going to start moving my stops up so that I don't have so much risk. I have a few positions on here, all kind of clumped together. So let's lock in some profit. Now this might be another opportunity to
see when I show up for the camera. That's what I get. But when I just don't even try it,
again, we want the big bullish candle to show us that the trend is still in play, and that doesn't count. That does. Boom. So there you have it. Another one right there.
It doesn't work when I try. It works
now,
when
at the end, you're always going to get stopped out at the end of these trends. That's always going to be the case. So shouldn't be like a surprise or shouldn't be upset about
accidental magic. It can't be on purpose.
The good news is, if the market does keep trading, I just get an opportunity here to keep adding. Let's see. No. Not very
serendipitous
nice.
accidental magic. Take
no. 4. Okay. Probably going to get stopped out here, which is okay. No. Okay, cool. I'll put another buy stop right here then. My stop loss goes down here. Oh, wow. This is amazing. Really cool that we're able to ride this. I didn't think that we would get such a nice... they don't all, these trends don't always last this long. So what we'll be looking for here is when the markets... A couple of things I think I should point out. When there's a big bearish candle during a bullish trend or vice versa, that's not a big deal. You often get a big bearish candle right before the market re-engages the trend. So that's not a big deal. The key is, do you get a bunch of candles that match the trend candles? So right now, it's a one-sided affair. All the bearish candles are wicky, they're small, they're not nearly as big as the bullish candles here. So we know we're still in a bullish trend, but at some stage, they're going to start to equal out, and they're going to look very similar. And when that happens, I can start to pull positions off or let them get stopped out, you know, on a trailing exit. Just make sure that I don't get burned. You're always going to lose in the end, but hopefully not too bad. So this would be a breakout here. I would call this another box here. I would draw another box here, and I would just put a buy stop above this high and see if this is going to break. Not really. Okay, so that position was stopped out. I would probably tighten up my stops here, see if it's going to bounce here or if this trend is probably going to go sideways. Yeah, okay. So a whole bunch of positions here, 4 or 5 positions, whatever it is, we're all stopped out there, and it did pretty good. Let's see here. Yeah, so yeah,
yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 5 out of 6. Looks like we made 14, 1,000, 15, 14, 1,500 minus 2, so about 1,200 pips or so on that one. Now let's talk about if this is actually a bullish trend still or a bearish trend or what's going on. Well, hypothesis number 1 would be we're just going sideways and we're going to continue on this uptrend. If that's the case, we'd expect this box to be broken to the upside. We could use a last kiss, for example, and re-engage the trend. So it's broken out of the box. I could go long again. If we come back down and bounce on the box and go, now I need a big bullish push off of this. Okay. That was a bit of a half-hearted attempt. Okay, we're back in the box. So I wouldn't count this as a bullish trend now. Well, maybe. No, okay. This is the key here, guys. So this is what I want to point out. The most important thing I see here is this. These 3 candles are critical. Why? Because this is the first time where we've seen a bearish pattern. It doesn't mean we're in a bearish trend, but it means at the very least, we're probably flirting with sideways market. So why do I say that? Because remember, when we were in the bullish trend here, the bullish candles were huge and the bearish retracements were small. The candles in the retracements were small. Now we've got the opposite. We've actually got a bearish flag where we've got some little mini candles going up rather than down. So this is what we would call a bearish flag. And the biggest candles are now the red ones. They're the bearish candles. So if this keeps doing this, then I would say we're in a downward market. If it doesn't, if it switches back and we get the big bullish candles followed by a bullish flag, then I would say we're in a sideways market. So what typically happens in a sideways market is you'll get candles that look like bullish trends and then they'll look like bearish trends. So I would call this sideways market. This actually looks pretty bearish right here, but at this stage, you've got candles that are about the equal, bullish one, bearish ones, they're all about the same size. I would definitely call this a sideways market, and this would not be a trending market for me. I would want to see this market really take off one way or the other. Maybe now see, definite. We had a nice bearish trend here, and now we've got a bullish. These are all bullish markers here. See, so this is when the market gets a little bit seasick. This is what's going on here. You get these bullish flags like that. There's another bullish flag right here that we're in right now. So it could explode up. But remember, we just also had over here bearish trend candles, bearish retracement, bearish trend candles, bearish retracement, and so forth. So we have the exact opposite over here, where we were getting these bearish pushes. So I would definitely kind of wait on this. Okay, now it's looking like another bullish trend. Again, you don't want to see this. So at this stage, I would call this a sideways market for sure. Yeah, definite sideways market. And if I'm a trend trader or I'm looking for trend trades, I would steer clear of this one. So there you have it, friends. I hope that this helps. If you want to go to nakedtradingclass.com, you can get the on-demand training, show you how to grow an account using 3 different methods. I wish you happy trading, and we'll see you in another video. Take care. Bye. Hey there, welcome aboard. It's Volta here, and today we're going to talk about right now. So this is, and I'm just going to start the recording as well, so we're all good to go. Okay, great. So let's talk about, I think, as a trader, knowing what I know now. So I started trading in 2001, Forex in 2001. I was trading, well, trading is not really the word, but my friends and I, we were trading the share market back during the the first .com bubble or whatever in the mid 90s, and then I got into Forex in 2001. So these are some of the things. So I actually went to a course. It was pretty funny, actually. I went to a class. My friend convinced me to quit my job, move to where he lived, which was not where I live, and take this course on forex trading. It was like an ad, in the classified ads in the newspaper. It was in the back of the paper. It had this ad that said, "Come in and learn how to make money from home," or no, it wasn't from home back then. We had 15-minute delayed charts, just like the stock traders did. We had to go into an office where they had all these computers that had a live feed and trade with them. And so what they did is they gave you a week-long course, which was a big deal with countless that we could find at the time that offered online forex trading, just getting started. And so a lot of the things that I've learned over the years, I realized if someone would have told me like do this, do that, it would have shortcut my, would have helped me out quite a bit. So that's why I'm going to share these with you today. Okay, so let's talk about the things that we're going to, or things that I think probably going to of risk, right? And so what I mean by that is this idea of R. So you should be that you were willing to lose. Now, if you were like me when you first started trading, you kept moving your stop over and over again. So the trade goes against you, and you either add another position or start moving your stop so you don't get. So your R is much bigger than you think it is, because when you first take the trade, you're like, "Oh, I'm willing to risk $1,000 in this trade," and then as it keeps going, you move your stop. Now it's 2,000. Now it's 3,000. You actually haven't defined R at the beginning of the trade, which is obviously a big mistake. Okay, number one. And if you take, you're adding more risk, right? So those things are tricky, and I would encourage you to stay away from that, obviously. However, there's another thing that's important when it comes to R, and people don't talk about this. I don't know why. When you take a trade, it's assumed that the risk on that trade is 1R. That ain't true, okay? Right? Like, I mean, there are a lot of things in life that are assumed. It's assumed that when I drive from where I live to the airport, it's going to take me about 30, 40 minutes. Last time I went, it took me 3.5 hours, right? I mean, you know what they say about assumptions, right? They make you've heard the saying. So assuming that you're going to have 1R loss, worst case scenario, is probably not true. In fact, I can almost guarantee the longer you trade, your average loss will not be 1R. It will be greater than 1R. Now, why is that? Why is it that your loss would be greater than 1R? Any ideas? Because it's a very simple answer. You will not always hit your stop loss. When you have a losing trade, things can go wrong. Once your brokers, if you're trading over 10 grand, or if your broker has had a month to see that you're making money, then you will typically get slipped. Okay? What I mean by that is you will get into your trades a little bit late, and you'll get out of your trades a little bit late, or one or the other, or usually both. And so that means if you've decided that you're going to risk 90 pips on a trade, that it's not uncommon for you to be slipped out at 92 pips or 93 pips, right? That's probably going to happen. Especially if, it only applies when you start making money. If you're not making money, you don't have to worry about these things. But assuming we're making money here, then that's when these things come into play. Number one is your average loss is not going to be 1R. So another thing is gaps. Let's say I take a trade on a Friday and I've got a 40 pip stop loss. Well, if the market gaps and opens on Monday or Sunday, for most people, it's Monday over here in Asia, then guess what? I might lose more than the 50 pips. I could lose like 100 pips if it gaps 50 pips, if it gaps over my stop and beyond. So the way to mitigate that, obviously, is you trade higher time frames. So if you're trading an 8-hour chart, for example, and you have 160 pip risk on the 8-hour time frame, if the market gaps, it's probably not, as long as you're, the price is around your entry price, it's probably not going to gap over your stop. 160 pips is it can, but it's a long way to go. If you've got a really tight stop loss on a 1-hour chart trade and you're holding it over the weekend, it could easily gap over that 20 pips and beyond. You might lose 2 or 3 R instead of the 1 R that you wanted to lose. So that's a big thing to think about. The other thing to think about here, so not only are you going to get slipped, not only are you occasionally
Hello, I've got a little bit of audio. Still don't have a video going yet. I'm working on it. All right, Chris, this is Tim. I'm here, bro. I'm not in my normal spot, so I don't have everything I normally would ready to go, but I'm trying to get this thing back together so I can zoom and such. Are you there? Can you hear me? I can't hear you if you can hear me. Try it on this one. M&T. Come on, work. You fucking. Absent. Ah. Oh. All right, so close this. Come back. Come back. Maneuvered my way into a sort of superintendent Prime Minister is what? Is the Prime Minister a dictator? Is the British Prime Minister a dictator? Is the Prime Minister a dictator? Oh my God! Hey Google. Is the British Prime Minister a dictator? Why can't you reach Google? The fuck you mean? Connected. No! What is this? Colors. Black, white, black, blue, forest green, aqualine, blue, green. Magenta, thistle is volumes. Need volumes. Make them green. Ah. I need food. I need fucking food. That's why I need my money. So I can eat food. fuck ever, yo. Why can't I download it? Let's see. It's alright. We find ways around them. Challenges are not failures, they are simply that, challenges.